Arc.
Time for the final part of the Dark Side story.
Oh boy. Already?
Explosion!
Michael Bay. Oh god, the jazz!
God. Oh, wait, is this Jazzy Nurse time?
Sorry, who? So Shadow figures out who Rouge is. She's from the government. The G-O-V apostrophe T.
G-Men!
Like, just smirk. I don't know what the fuck that was.
I like it, because it's like,
Shadow's like,
stupid.
Shell's like, I are Master Detective Hedgehog.
He is Sherlock Hedgehog.
He's Batman. Guys, Shadow is Batman.
Shadow is
just
Batman.
Just replace Maria with my parents.
Maria
is dead.
Honestly, this is the
Shadow
greatest.
doesn't kill because they're all robots.
This is the greatest comparison that I've ever had involving Shadow.
I am the knight.
Except that Batman never dies, comes back to life as a robot, and then you find out he's not a robot, and then he never died in the first place.
In fact, the slogan of Shadow the Hedgehog's game should not have been like the hero or dark you decide thing. It should have been Shadow is the hero that they need, but not is the hero that they deserve, but not the one it needs right now.
No, they definitely don't.
You know how broken it would be if Shadow was like a Hedgehog Batman? That essentially means that he has gadgets that pretty much defy everything, and he also has a super form.
Anti-gravity shoes.
Shadow, I can't hear you over the blasting sound of your theme song.
Show up and rocking out.
Final level time.
Oh boy, I actually like this theme a lot.
Chevy Chase. I mean, what?
What?
The level is Final Chase, so I just replaced Final with Chevy.
Alright, okay, watch this.
Time for car brands.
After, like, 10 seconds into the video, you get a checkpoint.
Yep.
Or 10 seconds into the level. Why? You don't need that checkpoint.
Because this game is like, this game has the best checkpoint split.
There are some players who are so terrible that they fall into the pit right there.
Ow.
But there's literally unless you try to jump off during the beginning rail section, there is no point to that checkpoint because it's impossible to die. Unless you try to die.
The game wanted to deprive you of that awesome beginning sequence.
Or you could be just...
And also ruin your rank.
You could also be like
you die.
my mother trying to play video games.
So Shadow has these spinning
cylinder
things.
I hate when he gets clipped on one.
Yeah.
For like no reason whatsoever.
Watch the asteroids.
You know, it'd be really easy to dodge those meteors if Shadow had the quick step, but it's not in the game.
You spin me right. Oh.
It's not like it's hard to move left and right in this particular game, though. Turning is pretty fast. And I shouldn't have gotten hit there, but whatever.
Who's played Lost World again?
Justin.
Justin.
And that's it.
Is the like minus the parkour and the fact that like you can do like homing attacks to like multiple things with one A button press or whatever. How would you compare the fuck, you died. Okay, how would you compare the and it was trying to pull you in the gravity before because I do. Okay. How would you compare the controls of Lost World with the adventure games? Okay, let me ask you this way. Is Lost World similar to Sonic Adventure more than it is
to the Boost games?
To the Boost games, or is it its own thing altogether?
I can kind of see a parallel to like at least the original Adventure, but mainly just because the way like Sonic controls. That's probably about it, though. Other than that, though, I think it's like its own thing. That's pretty much the only like adventure like style movement.
Well, no,
system.
he's that. Well, that's really what he's just talking about is the controls and how they're similar.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, how are they specifically similar?
Yeah.
Well, well, for one thing, like they pretty much strip you of everything from like the Unleashed and Forward games. You can bounce attack finally again, which is it can be handy, but unlike the adventure games, like for some reason you can only do it 3 times.
Let me ask.
Why?
Steering Sonic, is it like the adventure games, or is it more stiff?
It can feel a little stiff because of the way there's like a walk feature and there's a run feature, so it can be a little stiff.
But from what I've heard, because 90% of the levels cases, there's really no point to having the run button or not holding down the run button. Is that right?
Yeah.
The main reason I ask is because one of the major things that I noticed besides having the boost function in the boost games, is that in the boost games, steering Sonic, like turning him, is very different feel to the ones in, say, Sonic Adventure. Like Sonic Adventure and Sonic 06 and stuff, you can literally just move the control stick in the direction you want him to go and he'll go. But if you want him to go a certain way in the boost games, you have to like do a certain mechanic. You have to do like either drift. You either have to drift or you don't. You just don't really go.
Yeah, I think it's that's pretty much the reason why they implemented the quick step in the first place, just so that movement would be easier,
more fluid. Yeah, but
and unlike in Colors, I can't quite remember off the top of my head, but can you quick step at any time in not Generations, but Unleashed?
Yes. Quick step.
Okay, so
Quick step and drift were always available in Unleashed from the get-go.
Yeah. So
in Colors, they're both only available in certain parts, and in Generations, they're
back to being available all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not sure why they only implement them.
Yeah,
I don't know why Colors made them context sensitive, but
mostly I want to say it's because I'm thinking about that, and I had an explanation for it before, but I forgot.
I'm gonna guess it has something to do with. I could be very wrong about this, but it might have something to do with the Wii's limits.
No, because you can do it in the Wii version of Unleashed.
Yeah.
With quick step and drifting, so
it makes even less sense.
I'd say it has more to do with the Wisp powers.
Yeah, I think it has something to do with the Wisp powers, because the Wisp powers are like...
Having fun, Jack?
Yeah, this jump is a pain in the ass to make.
It is, because if you make it wrong, you can actually kill yourself right at the end.
Yeah. It's
annoying. Darting off in the wrong direction. Like, okay, I got this jump, oh shit!
That level was over 5 minutes, where was the cut?
That's the hunting one.
It's only for the emerald hunting, because I only do that for as I've explained before. I only do it for emerald hunting stages because they're never the same. You can't make a guide for that. I keep the length to a minimum, or in those levels specifically for the sake of time. And yeah, they're non-linear. It's like I want to show off everything that I can, and me running around in a treasure hunting level for 10 minutes plus is just redundant. Because you don't want to watch me just... And don't answer yes to this, because I know you will. You don't just want to watch me run around trying to find that last emerald piece and extend the video time to... Or just extend the LP in general by about...
Too long.
Just another... Yeah, too long.
Well, see, as you see here, in the Dark Side story, they completely skipped that cutscene of Sonic, or at least that sequence of Sonic pulling out the Chaos Emerald.
We've already determined that they wanted to do that to keep it a secret to how Sonic survived.
Yeah.
So this is literally the exact same thing as the Shadow fight in the Hero Side story.
I'll use your Chaos Control!
Yeah, once again, the Dreamcast one, and that's the only one he actually finishes what he says.
I still haven't tested that yet, by the way.
Wait, he does in the Dreamcast version?
I still haven't tested that.
Well, supposedly the Dreamcast version doesn't have any of the cuts.
I wouldn't know. I've never played the Dreamcast version of this game.
I have the Dreamcast version, and I haven't even actually I don't have it hooked up, but I should probably check.
I own this game on 3 different systems.
I own it on 2.
Well, this is Sonic Adventure I own on 3 systems. I own Sonic Adventure 2 on Dreamcast, GameCube, and PSN.
I own it on GameCube and Steam. I could have recorded it on Steam just for the sake of HD, but I prefer to use a GameCube controller for this game. That's just personal preference.
Well, I honestly say I can't play a platformer on a fucking keyboard.
Well, I mean, I could just plug in my PS3 controller and use that.
I can't play anything but an RPG on the goddamn keyboard. Dude, I plug my PS3 controller in to play Toho.
I plug it in to play Racketeer.
Did you do that before?
Not originally, but then I tried it, and then I loved it so goddamn much that I never went back.
Hmm.
You know,
but yeah,
And I'm actually in the minority. A lot of people prefer the keyboard, but I like the PS3 controller.
Yeah. I'm just saying this just in case you ever go back to this game. My strategy, when I wait for Sonic to do his Sonic win, I'm revving up my spin dash at the same time.
Yeah, I should have been doing that, but I did that wrong, so I cut, and blah blah blah, I win. I generally, my rule of thumb for PC games is I'll use the keyboard in... Well, I use it for FPSs, and that's about it. Like most... well, FPSs and shooters in general, but like if I have the option to use a controller, most of the time I'll use it, but I've been spoiled by PC FPSs. Yeah. It's so much easier to aim.
For me, the games I did play on PC, which were like, I played stuff like, mostly like shooters and stuff. I think that's pretty much what PCs were made for.
Gotta love that abrupt end.
Yeah.
Warning, done.
Because that's actually the true end, the actual canon one. The hero one is not. But as I was saying, like I played like Soldier of Fortune. I played the old Call of Duty on it. And I played something called Star Siege, which I'm not sure if any of you guys know about.
I've never heard of it.
It's a mech shooter, very old. It's a sequel to something called Earth Siege, which is even older. If I remember correctly, Star Siege came out when I was born, 1993. But yeah, that's pretty much all I ever played on PC, was pretty much just shooters or mech shooters. Never played anything. Well, no, that's a lie. I played Abe's Odyssey on the PC, but that's about it.
I wouldn't really call mech shooters its own subcategory, but okay.
Well, you get better aim with a mouse.
One thing I remember about the first batch of 3D Sonic games, you had to look at the fucking credits way too many times before you actually finished the game.
Yeah.
Okay, and SA2 was probably the least bad offender, and and I'm not even saying that because I like SA2 the most. I'm saying it because you only had to watch it 3 times.
In
SA1 had 7 times. Shadow's game had at least 11 times.
At least 11, yeah.
At least 11 times. That was the worst one. Sonic 06 was second worst with 4. Yeah, 4 times.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah, so you only had 4 times in Sonic 06. And Sonic Heroes you had 5 times.
In Sonic Hero, but I think in 06 it's a bit worse, and I think it's a bit worse in 06 than it is in Heroes, because the credits in 06 are really fucking long. Like, in 06, they take the time to do the main character's, or the character's theme for that particular story, as well as his world, every time.
Yeah, they loop
and
his world.
the credits end up going on for like 10 minutes.
And the greatest thing is it's a full-length credits for an unfinished game.
And for extra Russell Jimmies, they play a horrible version of the Sonic 2 ending theme.
Starring Akon, of all people.
Yeah.
Well then, I know what Lexine's Quest credits have to be.
Please no.
Hire Akon.
Please no.
Couldn't
I don't
they
like
just
Say
made
my
that?
name 1,000 times.
Couldn't they have just made that instrumental or something?
No, he's gonna do you one better. He's gonna hire Justin Bieber.
Oh
I'll
God.
hire Justin Bieber, and it'll be my name 1,000 times. And why is this Bullymong just floating in air?
Why are you playing Borderlands 2 when we're fucking commentating, you fucking fuck?
You can death select scenes from the Dark Story. Oh, okay, thanks.
Oh boy. This game's not over yet.
Nope.
That reminds me, I have to record a special video as an addendum to this LP.
No, don't do it.
Yeah.
Oh.
But, whatever, that's not spoiling. Cloud's gonna do the Chow Garden. Because he has a better Chow Garden than I do.
And also Green Hill Zone.
And Green Hill Zone, because I don't have that. Cloud, for some stupid reason, got all of the A ranks in this game and got Green Hill Zone.
Hey, I almost got all the A-ranks in this game too.
Anyway, now it's time to get the power-ups. Head left in this section of Radical Highway, use the Lightspeed
Mystic
dash
Melody.
to get the Flame Ring.
Oh, Flame
No,
Ring,
not
yeah.
Mystic Melody.
Yeah, never mind.
We got Mystic Melody during Flame Chase. Flame Chase.
Yeah, I
Space.
forgot.
Space Chase! Fucking Final
Space
Chase.
Jam?
We got Space
Space
Jam.
Quest.
We got during Space Jam.
Chow Garden during
No,
the Space Quest.
No, Final Rush was Space Jam.
Okay. Alright, so while we're watching all this, I do want to mention that the reason why I decided to get all A ranks so I could unlock Green Hill Zone was because I am a raging nostalgia bag. That's your answer.
Sure.
Also, Mystic Melody is pretty much required for all the challenges.
Oh come on!
it-
I give almost
literally is
I give
required.
almost completely undeserved amounts of love to the original Pokemon games, to the original Sonic games, to the original anything really. I'm a complete nostalgia bag.
Like, we need an extra life.
Yeah, we do.
Well, I just wanted to show off that that's what it does.
Oh, this is his super laser, isn't it?
Yes.
Yep.
This is an actually good power up.
But Tails gets one too, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
He just doesn't have the armor, which makes Eggman far more badass. Now he's got his new upgraded lure. Although honestly,
And that's everything.
I find the
We have
bigger explosion is not that great because it can actually ruin your score.
pots everywhere. 420
Ah!
smoke weed every
Look
day.
at all this pot.
Smoke weed every
How should we
day.
take, guys?
Smoke weed every day.
That's the
Guys,
that's the
we
message
should
for
hire
children.
We should hire Snoop Dogg.
Yep. Maybe we'll hire Snoop Dogg next time on Sonic Adventure 2, except we